Well, it's a new year and new opportunities and whatever it is that you want to choose for this 2023. Hi, welcome to Gardening with Granny. I'm Dr. Mary, and I thought I would just spend a few minutes telling you about what's going on in my channel for 2023 and what I've been doing these first couple of weeks of January. Of course, the first week of January is still about Christmas in my household. And it was this weekend that we took the tree down. This is the first year we've had an artificial tree in ages. So it was nice because Thanksgiving morning, the girls helped me put it up and decorate it, and girls meaning my granddaughters in Michigan. And I've been enjoying it ever since then. But in my family, you didn't say goodbye to Christmas until the Epiphany. So we kept it up, and it was great because in other years, it's pretty strewn with needles by the Epiphany. And so I sat down and I started to think what I wanted to do during this year. Now that last year was all about getting healthy, and um, I'm still all about that. My voice has gotten better. It's not quite as challenged as it was last year, but I still have a ways to go with my health. And this year I turn 80. So yeah, that's another story, right? So, in getting healthy, my husband and I did a lot of bone broth. Now, it's so easy to make bone broth. Mary's Nest has a wonderful series on doing bone broth, and she goes through all, even veggie bone broth, which I don't know how you get bones from a vegetable, but anyway. Um, so the main thing is to get the collagen out of the bones, and those strengthen your own tissues. And I don't have a pressure canner, at least I didn't until Christmas. Christmas, I got one of those electric Presto canners, and I'm excited to learn about that. I got a book, Complete Guide to Pressure Canning. I've been mulling over that as part of my what I want to do in 2023. So I want to learn more about pressure canning food. I've water bathed for years, but mostly it's been pickles, tomatoes, those type of things, fruit, jams, jellies. But I haven't pressure canned, and so that's something I'm going to learn how to do. Another thing I'm going to learn how to do is I got a GoPro from my husband for Christmas, and I've created goals on my week in a view for my daily planner, and I'm going to spend time every single day picking up that GoPro, working with it. I got the app that helps you to edit it. And so it's already been quite the challenge. But I did create a couple of videos. I'm not sure if I'll be able to show them if their quality is good. But one of the most recent videos that I did on the GoPro was about the ranunculus that I'm soaking. And I love ranunculus. They're like a poor man's rose. They're just gorgeous. So these are a mixed variety. I don't know what colors I will have in that, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. Now, ranunculus and anemones are flowers that bloom in the spring. They do not like heat. So you this January is the right time to get them started. It takes a while. It's a process. You soak them for a while, then you put them in a dirt, and you put them in a dark room. I mean, it is a process. And I did it last year and enjoyed them very much. So I'm going to do them again this year. So a couple of years ago, we got a freeze dryer, and I love my Harvest Right freeze dryer. Had some trials and tribulations with it, but its owner, not anything to do with the Harvest Right itself. It's me learning stuff. And on New Year's, I baked a turkey. My son from Boston was here, and he loves turkey and all that. So we did like a Christmas or Thanksgiving whole shebang dinner with the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the whole thing. And after he left, I pulled apart the turkey. I froze some of the meat, and I proceeded to make turkey bone broth over 3 days. And from Sally Fallon in Nourishing Traditions, she actually says that the bones of the turkey take a while for them to break down. And so she recommends that you do more than just one batch. She recommends that you do it for 16 to 24 hours. And then you take some of the broth from that, which I got maybe 4 quarts, added more water. I did more seasonings, a little bit more of the vinegar, and did it for another 24 hours. Well, I ended up getting 8 liquid quarts of bone broth. Now, I know that you can pressure can bone broth to have on hand, but one of the things that I really love is having that bone broth dried so I could just use it in whatever recipe, in whatever amount I want. Now, when you can, you got a quart or a pint, and you've got to use it up. Whereas if you freeze dry, you can use as little or as much as you want. And what I found is that 2 heaping tablespoons equals 1 cup of broth. And so you can sip it if you want to. You can add it to stews and soups and cream dishes or stir fries. So I can get bone broth into my diet much more when I have freeze dried a little bit. The other thing is some people do not have space for that many jars of food. Whereas what we did, those 8 quarts came down to 3 quarts freeze-dried, and they weigh practically nothing. Whereas when you pile up 8 liquid quarts of broth, that's heavy. And so you've got to have the shelving for that. Now, I know freeze drying, the unit itself is a huge investment. But I'll tell you, it pays off. I think we paid ours off out of the food savings that we created by using that. I think within the first 6 months, it was basically from then on, it's free. It takes hardly anything for you to use it. I'm not sponsored by Harvest Right. I just love the company. It's American. They have good values, and so there's a couple of companies that I really, really like, not sponsored by, and that's Greenstock and Harvest Right are right up there at the top. the one who does sponsor me, of course, is Nature Sunshine. And when you purchase through my website, then I give you a link. I do get some little remuneration from that. But I just love sharing what is important in health. And I tell you all the time, food is our best medicine. And after food, eating right, comes my herbs. And I think herbs are powerful. I honestly feel that I'm here today because of them, between the eating right and the doing my herbs. So what I have coming forward to 2023 is I'm going to be concentrating on what to do in case of an accident, or if you're experiencing some sort of trauma. So I hope you look forward to those. Will be a weekly video that we talk about what you can do. Very scientific based. A lot of this stuff comes from China, Ayurvedic, old time medicine that's been tried and true. There's very little risk in what I do. A lot of times there's rewards. I will have some stories attached to some of the occurrences with which I use the methods that I'm going to be teaching you about. Some of it will be about herbs, some of it will be about things you can do, and some will be a combination. So happy 2023 to you. I look forward to chatting and doing some more good stuff through my venues. And until next time, this is Dr. Mary for the health of it.